A little bit about tripods, legs, heads. This is an absolute beauty, but really not suitable if you're lugging stuff about. It's a set of Manfrotto legs. The head is by a German company called Schachtler. And the beauty of a video head is as follows. It's the bit down here, the bowl. I unloosen that, it's got a leveler, I level it and then I tighten it, which means if the ground is undulating, I can literally just put this down, level it, and I can get my shot. With still camera tripods, you level it, but if you pan, the camera won't be straight. It'll do this, okay? Unless you level that part, it won't stay level when you pan. So for a static shot, it's fine. For a pan, even a small one, and if that's not level, you can't do a pan. Surprisingly, there are not a lot of lightweight solutions to this problem, but there is one, and I use it all the time. And here it is. It's made by Benro. The legs have the quick action. I really don't recommend you get the winding ones. They're very tedious and they tend to jam when it gets very dusty. But here's the secret here. It's this little blue thing. Now the head is by no means as good quality as the Schachtler, but it is 1/10, if that, of the price. But this little item here, the secondary bowl, allows me to put the tripod down no matter where I am, level it, and now I've got a head that I can pan and it will stay level. The quick release clamps, of course, all my cameras have the same clamp, so they can all be mounted on here at any time without having to change them. And that to me is the answer to traveling extremely light and being able to set up a camera very quickly wherever you are. The other thing I want to show you here is the ultimate in selfie sticks. It's actually a microphone boom. And I haven't used this in a while actually. But that actually is 3 meters long. And what I've done with it, on the end, I've mounted a standard GoPro clamp clip. So I can get a GoPro 3 meters in the air if I'm on a boat, over the boat. If I want to do a long range selfie, I can stick it down like that, rest it on something, move it. And I find that really, really useful for a quick, unusual perspective. And it's a standard microphone boom pole. One of the most important things that you have to do is to avoid camera shake. It's unprofessional, it's ugly, it's disturbing, it detracts from the subject matter. You cannot have a shaky camera. I really, really want to emphasize this fact. You need to put in the effort to stop camera shake. So we've got a lovely tripod, of course, the tripods that I've mentioned, shown you already. This is my studio. What else could I do if I was filming something in a cafe, bar, street corner to keep the camera steady? Because I'm not going to be carrying a tripod with me all the time. Now one can use a little gorilla device like this, and you can put the camera on it and mount it absolutely anywhere and point it. I highly recommend that. Or you can, well, how about this? How about this? How about, instead of holding the camera like this, holding it like this, and be very conscious of how much the camera is moving. Modern cameras, of course, have image stabilization in the lenses and in the cameras. Use them. Really, really use them. If you're shooting with a phone, How do I shoot with a phone? Here's lesson number 1 about how to shoot with a phone. If your TV is mounted on your wall, upright like that, then it's fine to film like this. Otherwise, you film like this. Always. Now, what sometimes happens with some phones is if you trigger the phone, the camera, the video to run, and it's upright, and then you turn it sideways, it actually gets it wrong. You actually have to hold it sideways like this and then trigger the button. Different operating systems will do different things, but remember that. Always hold the camera like this. Hold it with both hands, and here's the nub. Same thing. You put it on anything you can find to hold it steady. Lean against a wall, lean against your friend, lean against anything. Hold it steady. If you're on the ground, get really low. Put your hand underneath it and hold it like this. And trigger it and keep it absolutely still. Now, in this course, I'm going to show you a thing that I call the 4-second rule. It will enable you to, when you're out filming, to not just get one shot every time you turn on the camera, but get 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 from one situation. Because remember, in the edit, it's all about choices. So, the moment your camera is moving around and is all shaking, you're eliminating choices. The moment you keep your camera steady and still, you're increasing your choices. And with the 4-second rule, you're not just going to increase your choices a little bit, you're going to increase them hugely. That lesson to come.